Okay, this video is to help you with an assignment in topic 6. It is the mortgage comparisons, assignment 616. And before we get started, we talked about credit scores and why they're important. And what it boils down to is it can save you a lot of money. But anyway, I'm just going to show you something real quickly. Here's a document that I get from the credit union every year, and just kind of look in this area right here. These numbers are our credit scores, and the credit union, banks, lending institutions, they'll get your credit score, and once they get that, they'll decide how much they're going to charge you in interest, or that will determine your interest rate. And if you look right here in this column, 750 or higher is a pretty good credit score. You can get a 15-year fixed at 5.25%, and if you got down here, it's 9.75. And the object today is to show you how much money you can actually save. So we'll go back, and if you click on number 2, the mortgage comparison, this is the Word document that you need to complete. Everything's pretty much right here. And a couple of things, we're going to be using $150,000 in all the different scenarios. And the interest rates are coming from that document that I just showed you. All you need to do is click on this. So we're just going to put that right in there, 5.25%. We're going to click on the link here, and this will take us to bank rate. Okay, and you should be somewhat familiar with this already. So we're going to put in 150,000, and the loan term was for 15 years, and the interest rate is 5.25. And then just go ahead and click on calculate. And our monthly payment comes out to about $1,206. So we can just fill this in, and we can just round up, so that's fine. $1,206. Okay, the rest of these columns, you'll be getting the information from bank rate, and you'll have to do a little bit of calculating. So if you click on Show Recalculate Amortization Table, it's going to show us something else. And once you do that, you need to go all the way to the bottom of this spreadsheet. And you're going to look up two things from the bottom row. This is the due date, which is 15 years from today, so December of 2028. And also, the biggest number in the bottom row will be the interest that you have paid on this loan. So going back to the document, interest paid, I'm going to round this up also. I'm just going to put 67,050. The ending date is December of 2028. Now and then the next column, interest saved, we're going to add one payment a year. Remember I said before there are 12 months in a year and 4 weeks in a month, but 4 times 12 only adds up to 48. And there's actually 52. And this is where a lot of people don't know, but you can save a lot of money if you make 13 payments a year instead of 12. Or you can just simply pay more than the minimum. So if we click on, and so what we're going to do is we're going to add one more payment. So I'm just going to put in 1206, and it has to be in this middle section because you're adding $1,206 as an extra yearly payment every December. Now the other thing you could do is this. If you take, this just works out, if you took 1200 divided by 12, you could also add $100 to your monthly payment. And you can play around with it if you want, but I'm just making an extra payment. So now we're going to show recalculate amortization table, and let's go all the way to the bottom again, and let's see what we have here. Well, two things happened. We are now done with this 15-year payment in May of 2027, and we have reduced the amount of interest that we've had to pay. So now it's 59,400. Again, I'm just rounding up. So let's go here. Interest saved, add one payment a year. So let's do a little calculating here. I need to find my calculator. I don't use this very often. Okay, let's try that again. I had to, forgot it's in accessories. So we take the calculator. So if we take the 67,050, and then we're going to subtract, what did we say, 59,400. We end up with $7,650. So the interest we saved was $7,650. Again, the ending date was May of 2027. And the last column, the ending date, or how much time shortened. So we saved 1 year. So if we count up from, see, May of 2027 to May of 2028, and then there's 7 more months, so we shorten it by 1 year and 7 months. So not only did we reduce this loan from 15 years to like about 13 and a half, we also saved over $7,500 in interest. A couple of things: make sure that when make sure that you always reset this back to 0 before you go on to the next problem. Again, you're going to be using the same loan amount. Just check the loan term and the interest, and then you can just start calculating. And again, all you need to do is to click on these, and it will tell you what your interest rate's going to be. So for the second one, it's 9.75. And again, as you're doing this, really look at the interest that you are paying.